I want to talk to you guys about rediscovering yourself after a major life change. This could be a divorce. This could be actually marriage. This could be childbirth. This could be child loss. This could be a job loss. Um, I want to discuss how to find yourself after this significant change in your life. What's up, you guys? My name is Tayana J, and I am a newly divorced single mom of 3, and I spent over a year rediscovering myself, and I think I've done a pretty good job. So I just wanted to give you guys some tips and tricks on what I did to rediscover who I am, what I believe in, and what I want my future to look like. So the first thing you need to do is give yourself permission to rediscover. Oftentimes when a life change happens, we tend to focus outward in order to keep ourselves busy. So with a divorce or with a job loss, we tend to look to our children, or we tend to jump into the next big thing without taking the time to really reflect on how this change has impacted us emotionally, how it impacted us mentally, spiritually. A lot of times we get into these situations where we turn to God and we question why this happened, and oftentimes we need to just look at ourselves, and we need to allow ourselves the time to really do a self-evaluation. Not saying, oh my gosh, it's my fault and I blame me, I blame this, I didn't see the red flags, or I did see the red flags and I still ignored it. I thought I could change him, or I thought I was doing great at that job, so why did they let me go? Those aren't the things that you should be looking at. Instead, what you're wanting to do is acknowledge that it's okay to focus on yourself and be open to self-exploration without the guilt. Once you take the guilt away, then you can start to really self-reflect on who you are right now. You have to release the dream of what was, or release the thought of, well, I thought this was how my life was supposed to go. Why is this happening to me? Release all of that. Take a look at who you are right now, and then we're going to move from there. The next thing you're going to do is reflect on what you love the most about yourself. A lot of times when we start this new life path of marriage or children, or we get so caught up in that life that we forget the things that made us who we are. And so sitting down and making a list of hobbies, or making a list of careers that you once dreamt of doing, or different skill sets that you possess, sitting down and actually looking at all of those things can help figure out what excites you most. So for instance, for me, when I first got my divorce, the things that interested me were, I love helping people. So let me see about going back to nursing school. I love making people feel beautiful, so I'm going to finish esthetician school. I look at myself and I'm like, okay, you really let yourself go, so what do you need to do to feel beautiful again? And I will say therapy helped me out a lot with rediscovering who I am and what it is that I love about myself. Not so much what other people love about me, but what I truly love about myself. So next, identify what energizes you now. So you've grown, and so have all of the things that you love, and so have all of the things that excites you, and your desires and your values have changed. So understanding what currently excites you will help you reconnect more with your new self. So keep a journal and take note of moments when you feel joy. Keep notes of things that make you feel peace or inspiration throughout the day. And these moments, they hold the clues to use for your true passions. So you could be sitting down reading a book and there's something that sparks your interest and you think, hey, I could write a book. Start writing the book. It's just that simple. We live in a time where everyone feels like you have to do something now and you have to do this and you have to do that. If you just take time out for yourself and really look at, oh wow, I am really at peace in this moment, that is what makes you happy, and that is what you need to cling to when it comes to rediscovering yourself and setting new goals for yourself. Next thing you want to do is experiment with new activities. So you may need to try new things to discover hidden passions or interests that align with your new phase of life. Sign up for a class, try a new hobby, or volunteer in areas of interest, and use this exploration phase as a way to speak new excitement. For me, I wrote down, I wanted to go to museums. I love art. I love everything about art, from music to theater to paintings to pottery to glass blowing, candle making, soap making. Things that are done with your hands or with a special talent I thoroughly enjoy. So I spent time taking myself out on museum dates, taking myself to art festivals, taking paint and sip classes. I live in Texas, and so there are so many different classes here that you can just dive into and take. And doing those things helped me to see, oh, I like looking at it, but I don't like doing it. Or this really interests me and I want to learn more about it. Using that exploration phase really did help bring more excitement into my life, and it really helped me know who I was as an individual. Next thing you want to do is declutter your mindset. Mental clutter from past roles or expectations can prevent you from reconnecting with your true self. For example, divorce. You were so stuck on being the wife, and now you're no longer the wife. So who are you now? You need to take away that role and that title and really and truly look at yourself and say, well, if I'm no longer the wife, who am I as a person? Practice mindfulness, meditation, or journaling to release limiting beliefs and negative thoughts about yourself are very important. Too many times we sit on the ending of things and who we were as a person at that ending, and that's what we take along with us into the future. But what you really need to realize is once it ends, who you were right there also ends. So now you're turning over the page and you're beginning a new life, which means that you can create a whole new version of yourself. And who's to tell you that you can't? No one. It is so easy to just flip the page and say, you know what, I'm starting over. As hard as it may seem, I promise you, a year after turning that page, you will look back and you will sigh a big relief in knowing, man, I should have done this so long ago, but I'm so grateful that I'm doing it now. Next, reevaluate your values and your priorities. What was a priority last year may not be a priority this year. Realigning your values and your priorities, it's a crucial sign to align your life with who you are now. So you want to make a list of current values and rank what matters the most to you, and then take a look at your daily actions and see if they align with your values. And if they don't, what is it in your daily actions that you need to let go of, and what things do you need to now implement in order for who you are to align with your values and your purpose. The next thing you want to do is surround yourself with support. I know it's not as easy as it sounds, but positive, like-minded people can inspire and support your journey to reconnect with yourself. You can join communities and support groups or connect with friends who encourage self-discovery and growth. Oftentimes when we are in a state of loss, we go within ourselves, we hide from the world, and that is the time where we need people the absolute most. My suggestion, therapy. And I speak so highly of therapy, even though a therapist is just a person, but they have the education and the background and the skills in order to help you navigate through all of your thoughts and emotions. But I also love therapy because you can be your truest self to this individual, and you'll never hear anything outside. Sometimes you can vent to a friend, and then the next thing you know, another friend is saying, "Oh, hey, so and so told me you're going through something," and they may not have tried to do it through ill will or ill intention, but it still bothers you some type of way. So going to a therapist ensures that what information you're sharing is not going to be spread to the masses, and they're going to give you a lot of tools to help you become a better version of yourself. If you sit down and you are completely honest with your therapist, I guarantee you the tools that they give you to be successful, you are guaranteed to, in fact, be successful. The next thing you'll want to do is create a vision for your future. Having a vision can give you a sense of direction and purpose as you reconnect with your priorities. Make a vision board or write a life plan that aligns with your new identity and your dreams and values. Include both personal and professional goals. I like to say no more than 3 to 5 goals. Anything more than that, you will burn yourself out and you wouldn't even care anymore. So be sure to list out at least 3 to 5 goals, both personal and professional, that you feel like you can achieve, and give yourself grace when it comes to actually achieving these goals. This is a new life change for you. You're in a new place in your life. Things look completely different than you imagined them. So trying to jump in on these goals too quickly can cause you to either go into depression or to just completely give up and continue to sit in the sadness and the darkness that is basically created for you. Next step, commit to self-care and self-compassion. Again, giving yourself grace. Reconnecting with yourself requires that self-compassion and taking care of your emotional, mental, and physical needs. Prioritize your self-care routines that replenish your energy and your well-being. Practice self-compassion when facing setbacks and uncertainty. There are going to be days where you just don't understand why things are happening the way that they are, and that's okay. Give yourself grace, give yourself the time to sit in that, to work through that, but don't stay there. Give yourself time and then get up and go give yourself some self-care and some self-compassion. And the final thing you want to do is take small, consistent steps towards your purpose. Consistent actions builds momentum and helps you feel more connected to your purpose. Break your vision into small, achievable goals. Start taking daily or weekly steps towards your passions, whether it's learning something new, creating time for hobbies, or pursuing new career opportunities. These steps will help you reconnect with your true self and create a fulfilling life that reflects on who you are today. Well, that's it for me, you guys. Let me know in the comments what things you plan on doing to rediscover your true self and how you plan on taking that into the next year of your life. I wish you guys much peace. I wish you guys much success, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.